Hello book lovers, this is Melissa and I'm going to share today some of my favorite interactive books that Usborne Books More has to offer. And there are quite a few titles I'm going to go through, so we're going to get started and try to go pretty quickly. First up, one for our very youngest readers. This is a fold-out book and this one is sea themed. There are a couple of different versions, but this book folds out and it gets huge. So it is perfect for tummy time. And there are awesome black and white images, perfect for developing eyes on one side. And then flip it around and you have a beautiful, colorful scene on the other side. What a fun thing for a baby to spend some time looking at while they are laying on the floor doing tummy time. Next up, Baby's Very First Bus Book. We also have Baby's Very First Tractor Book. These are so fun for the littlest kids because they have wheels that actually work. This book will roll on its own if you put it on a table, and it's very sturdy, a nice durable board book. It's also very colorful, engaging. It has a fun little story where you can practice sequence, which animals are getting on and off the bus, which animals are going to come next. Great for working on predictive text. So this is a very fun one, and it can grow with your child, or it can be just a fun toy for a kid to roll around on the floor. One of our most popular series is the That's Not My series. These are fun books that have textures, different things for kids to touch on every page, and there are a ton of different themes. There are 50 books in this series currently, so there's a theme or a topic for every reader you could possibly imagine. That's not my dinosaur. Its teeth are too bumpy. That's not my dinosaur. Its flippers are too slippery. And on every page, there's something for the child to feel. There's also a little mouse that kids can find. So it's a very beginning seek and find book. It has nice high contrast images between the colorful image, and then there's a nice black border which separates it from the background. So these are great first books for little kids, but even my 2-year-old toddler and older kids love these as well. Baby's Very First Slide and See. This book is a fun interactive book for young children, but you don't have to worry about flaps or pieces getting ripped or broken because everything is enclosed within the cutouts on the page. So here is just a little piece that you slide and then you see what changes. Every page has some sort of fun, interactive, moving parts. There are also cutouts. Lots of things for your baby to run their finger over, fun textures, beautiful, bright images on every page. Gorgeous. We also have several different themes in this series as well. Baby's Very First Touchy-Feely Colors Playbook. Another one that has lots of fun textures, different parts to touch, cutouts to feel, some things that are squishy or slippery. This book does have a few flaps to lift, and this one deals with a different color on every page. So this color talks about red. There are all these different red things you can identify with your child. Orange, you can talk about these different items that are commonly orange. You can do very beginning flaps with your child. There are finger trails. Finger trails are excellent for developing some of those beginning pre-writing, handwriting skills. And what a fun way to practice your colors with your little readers too. The next 2 books are from our Peek Inside series. This is a phenomenal series for little kids. Even I as an adult am excited to read these books because they're so beautifully done. These books have a few flaps, but they also have amazing cutouts. Beautiful laser cut images. You can see all of these branches are cut out in this page. Just absolutely gorgeous artwork. This one is a fairy tale edition. It's Peek Inside Little Red Riding Hood. There's also Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast, and Cinderella that are currently in this series too. And they're all as gorgeous, if not more gorgeous even than this one. But there are a few flaps as well. Let's find a flap. Here's a flap. It's a nice big flap. There's a little bit of information and story on the pages, but it's not overwhelming. So my 2-year-old daughter can handle this book and is very engaged and interested too. So let's peek inside Little Red Riding Hood. Here's another one in the series. This is a nonfiction one, Peek Inside the Garden, perfect for springtime or for an Easter basket. This one again has little chunks of information, small little bits of nonfiction text, so it's not going to overwhelm your young readers, but it also has some engaging, cool flaps. Just absolutely gorgeous artwork. This one over here, look at this 3-part flap that you open up to reveal the flower. Gorgeous. Let's peek inside the garden. There's also space, peek inside the ocean, peek inside the zoo, peek inside the farm. There are a ton of different titles in that series. Our Muddle and Match books are another one of my favorites. These are a great little book cut up into thirds. On this side, there's a story, kind of like a short little poem almost, and it's all written with alliteration. Every word begins the same letter, same sound. And the picture over here will all match as long as the colors on this side match. But if you decide to mix things up, you can change the princess or the character on this side so that it's all mixed up. It's a silly character, and then you have an even sillier story on this side. So kids will have lots of fun mixing up those stories and even just hearing the ones that match, like this one. Petulia, the pretty and pink princess, pops into the palace gardens to pick poppies with her pet puppy Pickles. Some great tongue twisters in here. This is a very beginning Lift the Flap book, and this one has all different themes about colors. So on this page you can flip down the flower and see the name of the color revealed. On another page here, there's a train and it asks some different fun questions. Like for example, who's brown and furry in the pink car? So I can read that to my daughter and then she has to find the pink car. She can guess maybe what animal is going to be in there, and then we'll check and see if she's right. Or at the very beginning, before she knew what it was, I would just reveal what's under the pink car, or she would, and then I would have her tell me what that animal was. I would have her repeat back to me maybe the color of the animal even. Lots of fun things you can do to practice colors with this book, Lift the Flap Colors. For my next book, I need a prop, a flashlight. That's for a Shine a Light book. These books are magical. If you don't know what these books are, you are going to be so excited when you see what these do. This one is Secrets of a Vegetable Garden, and you start by reading just a normal story. The tomato plant's roots grow strong under the soil. What creatures are in the soil? So you look down here and you say, well, I don't see very many creatures in the soil. Maybe the beginning of a creature, but that's where the magic comes in. You take your flashlight, shine it behind the page, and look. You can see an earthworm. You can see the roots of the plants appear, and you can see another earthworm over on that side. A couple earthworms. Then you flip the page, and you can read a little bit more about earthworms. Each page has a secret that'll be revealed when you shine a flashlight on the back of the page. Kids love these stories. What a great way to start bedtime off. You can turn the lights off, have a flashlight party, and read one or two of these books. So fun. There's a mouse about the house. This is another one of my daughter's favorites. There's a little mouse that comes along with the story, and there are slots on every page. So you stick the mouse through the slots, read the story that goes along with the book. Every page you have the mouse follow the little dotted line, and then there's another flap or little slot that the mouse will go through, and the page continues on the next story. It's a fun, cute little story about this mouse traveling through this house, trying to find some leftover scraps of food and avoid the household cat. Very cute. Another seek and find or find the difference type book. This is Very First Things to Spot Out and About. There are a couple different ones in this series too. These are very sturdy, kind of like board book pages. Excellent for little hands. Toddler hands are not going to ruin or rip these pages. It reminds me kind of like the little old Richard Scarry books that we used to have growing up. These are beautiful, colorful images, but not too overwhelming. It's not going to overwhelm your toddlers and your preschoolers as they're trying to find the differences and see what you're asking them to find on the pages. Another nice thing about these books, they have prompts already written out for you. Who is wearing a helmet with spots? So you don't even have to come up with all the questions yourself. All Better. This is another one of Usborne's best-selling books. In this book, there are fun reusable stickers that kids get to use time and time again. There are 5 little animal friends that all hurt themselves and need a bandage put on their ouchie. So here's a page about Monkey. Watch out! Monkey swung too fast and bumped his head. Ouch! Kids can practice cleaning it, kissing the ouchie, and then they put a bandage on it. My daughter has so much fun practicing that, and then at the end of the story, they can go back and match colors too. Another great way to practice your colors. A follow-up book to that one is Little Bear Needs Glasses. Same exact concept. Instead of having ouchies though, Little Bear needs to find a pair of glasses that fit him, and all of his friends are letting him try on their glasses until he finds the right pair of glasses for him. And lastly, I have a See Inside Your Body book. This is a series that is a couple steps up from the Peek Inside books I showed you earlier, a little bit more advanced for older kids, but the same concept where there are chunks of information and fun flaps to lift. This one has all kinds of interesting things to look at in the body. And in fact, my 2-year-old daughter recently, we were talking about what happens when you eat food, where it goes. I pulled out this book and was able to show her chewing up the food in your mouth, how your tongue works, how your teeth work, and then where the food goes down your esophagus and continues on down into your stomach and continues through the rest of the body. She got such a kick out of this and then wanted to go on and continue looking at the rest of the book, even though she's only 2. Thanks for taking a look at some of Usborne's best interactive books with me today. I had so much fun sharing these books with you, and these are just the tip of the iceberg. Usborne has so many more. Any topic, just about any level that you could imagine, there is probably an Usborne book out there for you and for your family. So if you are not finding what you want in this video, let me know. I would be happy to help you find something that is a perfect fit for your kids and for your interests. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.